Hello everybody, welcome back to another Train Wild 5 live stream. Let me quickly get into the position I wanted to be in for the start of the stream. Let's quickly come back. I completely forgot to do that. Let's quickly, there we go, hang on. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Hang on, get rid of the grid. Why's the grid on there? Hang on, hide grid. There we go. That's the opening scene I wanted you to see, but I just forgot about that. Welcome back everybody to another Train Sim World 5 live stream. We are on the Mittenwaldbahn for today's stream, and it's going to be a long one, about an hour and 40 minutes. We're going all the way from Innsbruck in Austria, up over the mountain to Garmisch-Partenkirchen, which is in Garmisch in Germany, via Seefeld. Anyway. Let's see, we've got Pete in. Why is it buffering? That's not a good sign, is it? Is it buffering? No, it's not buffering now. That was a bit worrying. Hopefully it will be okay, but it seems to be buffering, which isn't any good. That's fine there. Let me know if it does buffer. But hopefully it will be okay. It's not uploading anything. Just going to quickly double check that. No, we're all good this end, so don't know. Hopefully we'll be okay. Hello Senseless, how are you? Had a few. Hopefully we'll have no more. We'll see though. Hopefully not. More buffers in Houston. Right, let's get the train set up. Used to have good internet, but it hasn't changed it in like years, so it's not that good anymore. Do that, get all of these bits and pieces on. I'm looking at the stream in case it buffers, hopefully not, or any more. Train heating, we'll get that on. Battery, we'll get that on. Just going to press H because it speeds things up. H on the keyboard to put on all the lights. And we'll get the safety systems on. So weirdly, Cipher on here is down below. So it's a bit weird. Hang on. Round this side. There. That's Cipher. Let's do that. Quickly get all of the fuses on. So Cipher and Indice, and we'll set that to passenger mode. Make sure the brake valves are set to passenger. Yep. Right. Let's do that. Get there. There we go. That's true, Pete. I mean, that is slow. I know. You see, there literally is a place called Seaford on here. Look, ready? Look, Seefeld. Probably pronounced as Seaford or something. Let's unlock that. Set that to running. There you go. Do a bit of that. We'll put that in full. That can go forward, and I think we're then ready to go. Cool. Hello Gareth, how are you? AC, East Killer, hopefully you're all doing really well. But yeah, this is Innsbruck. Look at the mountains there in the background. I mean, that is just like the best mountains you'll see on Train Sim World. And we're playing this on the PlayStation 5. If you're on Xbox, you probably won't see those mountains. But you might, but yeah. I was on the Xbox version earlier, and not great. Let's do that, get that shut. Playable, but not great. And Innsbruck West Bahnhof next, so let's get going. Cool. Yeah, you do, East Killer. Although I suppose sitting down turning the wheel would be a bit awkward. That would be quite awkward. Hopefully audio's all good as well. Hopefully we won't get any more buffering. Hopefully not. Let me know if it buffers. You will see the mountains, David, but from a distance those ones don't load in. So I did a video. It'll be out tomorrow. Yeah, it's bizarre, AC. But no, yeah, on Xbox I was doing some freight, and I was at the depot just across there, in the little where the turntable is over there, and the mountain, that one behind, basically hadn't properly loaded in. Because the draw distance is lower on Xbox, because I think it has to accommodate for Series S. And there's not like a separate version. Come on, train, speed up. Mountains are exactly the same as the one here. I mean, I'd hope they do, so that's good. How you doing, Jupiter? Welcome in. There's a 111 coming in with the literally the most stunning coaches, the IC coaches. Look at that. It's almost like the Pullman, but not a Pullman. Lovely. And you can drive those coaches up this route as well, which is pretty cool. Loving the route. That's good. It is very pretty. I think it's 40 round here, then it goes up to 60. So I'm still learning this route. Although the Austrian side of it is really easy. It's like 60 kilometers an hour, like all of the way, almost. Cool. Yes, 1989 AC. 1989. So yeah, backdated. So you got the lovely 1950s crocodile, which is just an absolute beast. I mean, look at that. It's almost like it's like very non-TSW. It's like wow. Swag that up. And you got to turn the wheel to power it up. You must be ancient then. Right, coming up to Innsbruck Westbahnhof. What bus and tram sims do you recommend the most on Xbox? The bus sims are all pants on there. Maybe Fernbus, and Bus Sim 18. Right, here we are. I think we're only 3 coaches or so. And for tram sims, go for Tram Sim Munich and Vienna, which is just Tram Sim on console. Here we are. You got the really old coaches as well. Cheek. There's like a crocodile as well. I think it was green. Look at it though. Look at that. It's a little whistle. People were getting out the wrong side. Is the performance better on Xbox Series X? No. No. It is, yeah. I was surprised. But on Xbox Series X, it doesn't run well. Well, it runs bearable, but it micro lag. At least on this part of the route. Right, let's do that. Hey, Paul, how are you? Hey, fantastic, fantastic. Well, welcome in. We're already late. Like, how are we already late? The timetable is difficult. Right, let's go. Although we do sit at Mittenwald for about 10 minutes. So when we do that, I'll go and make a cup of tea. Alright, so whack that up. I don't think you can overcharge this. Well, at least I haven't overcharged it yet, if you can. Just ancient. Cool. The cab of the loco looks like a ship, but I suppose, yeah, with the wheel. It is rather funky. Right, 40 kilometers an hour over the points coming up. And we're not on the gradient just yet, but the gradients on this route are really scary. You got cash for a good one, yeah. Cool. But the mountains though, just like wow. I mean, they look literally like real. which is quite, you know, a comparison when you look at the Arosa, how it started, Arosa Line Mountains, to how it is now. It's like, blimey, and that is just stunning. Really good. I believe so, Jupiter. Yeah, I mean, you certainly do get a bit of bounce. I'll see, David. Hey, Tintin, how are you? I mean, look at this. And that mountain there, that cliff up there, we literally go up that. It's just mad. You get used to it. Right, let's speed it up to 60. So spin the world. It would be literally a massive workout driving this train. They must have loved when the 111 came into service, which is also on this route as Deutsche Bundesbahn. Across the river, and you've also got Innsbruck Airport, which you can see the A300, the Airbus A300 coming into, which we might see. I feel like it may have been 40 over the points there, as it is at most passing loops. Oh no, it is fun. Your new YouTube, you mate. Oh, nice, Joe. Nice. Hello, Noah. How are you? Welcome in. If we're lucky, we might see an A300 coming in. Pete, do you remember those planes? Well, they're probably still flying, aren't they? Hello, Southern Rex. How are you? I can hear a plane. I think I can hear a plane. Could I? Hang on, let's have a look. There is one somewhere. Oh, there it. Look at that. Look at that. That's brilliant. Is the landing gear down? Okay, I think not. Oh no, it is. There it is. There it is. Just popped out. Look at that. I mean, that is just cool. I mean, that's really cool. And it goes into Innsbruck Airport just down there. But yeah, we go up there. You've flown on some. They're mainly freighters these days. Oh, and favourite thing about this route actually is these the paper timetables. Why can't West Somerset have these? Look at that. It's just brilliant. Right, Hot Shell next. So we're skipping the next Innsbruck stop and the one beginning with K. Hello, great. I'm assuming that's LaserJet. How you doing? Yeah, so at Mittenwald, if we do have time, which is probably unlikely as we're running late all of a sudden already, I might go and cup of tea. So we're sort of like a semi-fast service, but it still takes an hour, 40 minutes. Right, let's spin the wheel. We're about to hit the gradient of, I think, like 1 in 28, which is just really, really steep for a standard gauge railway. That's steeper than the Licky Incline, which I think is 1 in 33. And up here is 1 in 27, I think it's steepest. For a long time. So up we go. So we'll literally go up the side of a cliff. What an awesome train though. It's just so different to anything we've got at the moment. Yeah, so we're now on the gradient, which if I quickly flick the HUD on, you'll see is a 1 in 34 currently. Which is, yeah, basically the same as the Licky Incline at the moment. Hello Lewis, how are you? Welcome in. Oh nice, fair enough, LaserJet. I'll probably still know you as LaserJet on here because it's just easier to say. That's what these youngsters play, okay. Let's whack that up. Spinning the wheel. Because driving this train uphill is really easy. Driving it downhill isn't that easy. I've not actually driven this train downhill since the first look. There we go. Keep the power on. Hey, there's Lewis. How you doing? Coming up to the other Innsbruck stop. Which is a right pain to stop at if you're going downhill. Actually, the easiest train to drive on this route is the Deutsche Bundesbahn 111. This train is easy going uphill, but a pain going downhill. Because the rear static brake ain't great. Oh, go on then, Paul, go on. I'll do it. Well, I think tomorrow I've got 10 hours. Yeah, 10 hours tomorrow. It's quite easy though, fairly easy shift tomorrow, but yeah, 10 hours long. Starting at 5 AM. There's the other Innsbruck stop. Let's get a bit more power. Cool. So yeah, we're sort of a quicker service. Hello, Ultimate Gaming. How are you? I'll get there in time, Paul. If I get a flight now, I'll do tomorrow's shift. Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is coming to PlayStation 5, is it? I know Forza Horizon is. Forza Horizon 5. Would be cool if it was Horizon 4, because that's the UK one. But Horizon 5's alright. Oh, nice, Ultimate Gaming. You got 9 hours tomorrow, up at 2 AM, start work at 4:15. Nice, Pete, so you'll be up an hour before me then. Up at a lovely, yeah, about 3 AM. So yeah, we're well and truly on the grade now, heading out of Innsbruck and into, well, the mountains. Not on the mountain. Sounds a plan, Paul. Sounds a plan. Cool. But yeah, on PlayStation 5 Pro, this runs quite nicely. I haven't really noticed much micro lag, where it's, you know, still 40, 50 FPS, but you can still feel the lag. Whereas when I was playing Series X earlier, along this bit, it was just sort of micro lagging, which wasn't that nice. Although on here it does seem to be better, quite a bit better, which is good. Nice, Paul, nice. Oh, nice, Lewis. Maybe. I mean, that would be cool. Halo on PlayStation would be brilliant. Yeah, I'd probably get that one. Yeah, all right, Sifa. There's a whistle board there. I think it said 3 short blasts. So we're stopping at the next stop. Let's get a little flyby shot. You got a passing loop just after here as well. Martin Wands something. Look at this already. As we climb and climb and climb and climb and climb. PS5 Pro Kai. Ah, where's the textures? There we go. I can't imagine the day that will happen. It'll be cool though. Cool. Hang on, did we miss the last signal? Might have, but yeah. It's green this one anyway, that's good. So yeah, coming up to the next passing loop, and then just after this is our stop. Definitely, definitely. Rosa was good for its time, but now, nah. The other crocodile we need is the Swiss one. Awesome trains though. Funky, but cool. And very, very powerful. I mean, we don't, literally never, so far I've not had to go into full power in this. Like, even just like 2/3 power is too much. So the amount of power these things hold is incredible. And the power off as we're on a slight flat here. Just. Cool. And then back onto the gradient. So let's spin it up again. You see the little voltage thingy going up there as we apply power. How's everyone getting on with this route though? Is everyone getting on alright with it? Now that's an awesome word. Yeah, how's everyone finding this route? It's not for the faint-hearted. I would say that it's quite a not a route for new players. Yeah, I think you would probably need a little bit of experience before coming onto this route. Don't own it. Right, it shouldn't be far off the next stop. Or do we have to go? I think did we go through over the viaduct first? Run over a few cows. Yeah, I've taken out one myself. That's one thing you have got to look out for on this route of blooming cows. I have to do a share play of you, Pete, or something. We'll get you sorted on it. One of those trains at the DB Museum in Nuremberg, probably. See, how do I learn routes so quickly? Don't know. I mean, that literally is like my goal for Train Sim World routes. I'm interested in like American freight routes. I would not learn those HUDless, but routes I'm interested in, I just learn really quickly. And this route is quite easy because it's 60 kilometers an hour, basically all of the way on the Austrian side. The passing loops are like 40 kilometers an hour. There's not really much to learn on this one. And all the stations you're going slow enough to stop at anyway. Hey, well, late happy birthday, Ben. Oh, that's my goal for Train Sim World routes, is to learn them HUDless. Like, some people it's completing journey mode, getting platinum medals. For me, it's learning it HUDless. Fair enough, David, fair enough. Well, on this route, you don't have to worry about PZB, it's indice on here, which is like a B-Tech PZB. Like, there's not really anything to it, really. Just acknowledge when there's something yellow, and that's it. Yeah, indice is, yeah, basic PZB. Pre-PZB. There's Amanda, welcome in. Cleveland as well, welcome in. Let's get that up. Cool. Got about 50 kilometers an hour at the moment. Just going to pop that up a little bit. Spin the wheel. A little bit of power just to get us up to 60 or near enough 60. Let's bring that down a bit. So if you balance the power right, it's simple. Do you have to manually operate the window wipers? I haven't actually turned them on, but let's try. No, there we go. That does it. That's doing it just fine. Let's get into the park. Park. Where's park? And stop. There you go. It does, Blue. How you doing, Blue? We got all the ambassadors in. We got Tintin, we got Paul, Train Sim Driver, and Blue Games. How's everyone doing? Tried German route PZB earlier, and it's brought your loco to a halt. Yeah, it's a bit of a. Yeah, PZB's tough to first learn, but once you learn it, all the German routes are just like amazing. Learning routes HUDless. Love it. Although that Sandpat's great, ain't learning that HUDless. Cool, there we go. See, I think we are coming up to the massive viaduct. Well, not really a massive viaduct, but just an impressive viaduct. It's on one of these, outside one of these tunnels. And we'll get a flyby shot as well. As we go up and up. Cool. Pop that down a bit. Actually, we might go out to Hot Shell first, or Hot Shell. I don't know how you pronounce it. Cool. Yeah, we're sort of a semi-fast service. Although we still take 1 hour 40 minutes. Cool, let's put that down. We've got the signal here. So yeah, I think we're coming up to our, second station stop of, yeah, Hot Shell. The signals are usually a giveaway you're coming up to a passing loop. Well, they are a giveaway you're coming up to a passing loop. Awesome, David. Yeah, you got another crocodile waiting there. As I think we're the first train going up over towards Garmisch, and that's probably the first one going the other way. That one's going down as we go up. And there's no stop markers on here, so it's just a stop when you're in the platform. So we'll stop, well, a bit further up. So I suppose we'll go to the end here. Oh, you got the little E there anyway. That's, yeah, that will do. Oh, because the signal's past the platform here. Right, let's open the doors. Look at that though. Oh my god, wow. That does look good. Look at that. Look at those two peaks over there. Almost like identical. Like copy and paste of those mountains. Wow. Very impressive. Hello Crazy Dash, how are you? Welcome in. And yeah, best thing about it, or one of the best things about this route, look at that paper timetables. So we are the 803. Hang on, no, there was two 803s. Where that one? So you can see our stops on there. Sounds good, Paul. Looks, yeah, just like Sussex, Pete. When the downs get a bit of snow on them. Ditchling Beacon and Devil's Dyke. Not particularly clear, but no, there's no stop markers on here. As long as the coaches are in, it's really what matters. Right, let's get the doors shut. And our next stop is Reef. So I think we skip out one called Leaf. Or Leaf, however you say it. Oh, hang on, let's do that. And do that. There we go. Now we've got the signal already, so we should be good to go. There we go. It's like Norfolk going by the Netflix Senator. Oh my god. Just eating some breakfast before you head off to class. Lovely, great. It must be what time's it over there? Midday? Midday-ish? Right, we're off. Yeah, so we skip out a stop called, is it Leaf? It's a little tiny stop. Yeah, Leafen is the one we miss out. So we've got another sort of gap to the, I think the next one's the passing loop. Right, spinning the wheel, getting the power up. And you can also change it to braking mode, 10:30, okay, even earlier. You can change it to braking mode as well, which we'll do once we get to the other side. Once we get past Mittenwald, we'll have to start using the rear static brake, which will be fun. In we go. Bit of Sifa. Oh, the little tunnels, actually right on the side of the cliff at the moment. You'll never buy this route. Oh. Was it not your cup of tea then? I assume it must not be your cup of tea. Oh, here's one of the viaducts. This ain't the impressive one, but there's another one. This one's alright. Oh, hang on. There we are. Look at that as we go across. Okay, don't want to fall down there. It's quite a way down. It's just so impressive how they would have built these routes. It's like, what? Mind-boggling. Paper timetables, Crazy Dash. It's brilliant. Well, what we got? About another 2 weeks left of the month, so any time within that, I'm not sure yet. Probably on my long weekend, so in about a week. Probably do it then. So what's that? Next weekend. $45 on PS5. Yeah, it does cost a little bit more this route. But then it is, as you can see, a pretty good looking route. And obviously you get the crocodile. It's quite a long route as well in the grand scheme of things. And it's third party. A bit like the West Coast Mainline Overshap. Great quality. Does cost what, £2-3 quid more. Oh, that's a good question, AC. I mean, it could manage the Erosa line, so, and that was a 1 in 17. So probably, yeah. It'd probably, yeah, storm along here, no issue. Leave it in first gear, wouldn't have an issue. I need to press Q. I keep pressing circle on my controller. That's why you hear the indice acknowledge button going off as well. I think this is the impressive viaduct. Is this the, yeah, this is the impressive one. Some birds making noises as well. Cool. Look at that though. That is fairly impressive. Oh, that's up to you, Cleveland. That's really up to you if you think it's worth to buy it. If you look at this and think, oh, that's cool, then it's probably for you. And if you look at this and think, nah, it looks boring, it's probably not for you. You shouldn't have doubted the Great 101. What, the DBBR 101? Hello, Top Sausage. How are you? Thoughts, how you doing, Matthias? Thoughts on the route? It's stunning. Stunning. There is, yeah, East Killer, yeah, there is the modern version of this route on Train Sim Classic. 90 kilometers an hour, I'd imagine. I assume that's the top speed up there. And we've set this in winter as well, so as we go up the mountain we might see a bit more snow. Which is another cool detail on this route, sort of the higher up you get, the more snow you start seeing. Even if you haven't set it to snow. It sort of overrides that. So it's getting a little bit more colder looking as we go up. More wintry. Seems like the kind of train for the, yeah. It's a huge locomotive though. Yeah, I think, yeah, from the 1950s. So a fairly old locomotive. Which, yeah, probably doesn't run, well, it doesn't run anymore, does it? So when did the crocodiles get retired? You're saving for whatever route comes out first, North London line or the Cardiff City network, fair enough. Here's, is it Leaf Station? Yeah, Leaf Station, this one. You see that it's getting more snowy. So we stop at the next stop. What's it been? About half hour already since we left Innsbruck. So we've still got an 1 hour 10 minutes. Super hype for the North. It looks brilliant from the screenshots so far, especially the way you've got like DLR trains and stuff like that. I mean, that's cool. I'll just acknowledge that. So that signal there indicates that, I think, what was it, 40 kilometers an hour by the next main signal. which I believe will be for the passing loop. The German one was like John Rooney. Oh yes, the F59 PHR. That comes out fairly soon, doesn't it? There's a lot coming out at the moment. We're sort of in like in an exciting time of DLC. Then we'll have like that dead period. Here we are, coming up to Reef, Glasgow subway for Train Sim World. Although what with the new train or the old train, or maybe both, or maybe one and you get DLC for the other. There's our little warning for the signal coming up, which is 40 kilometers an hour. So just let that come down on its own. And we sort of got the 2 yellows there, so we'll probably have a red light at the end of the platform. That'll be cool. Did a fantastic job on the F59. Do they still run in real life, Crazy Dash? I mean, I assume so. I wonder if they got the sounds when they went on their little Metrolink trip. Right, this is I can't remember what was this blimmin', I can't remember. Reef, I think. Reef. Well, it should be. I think it is. And I think we will have a red light at the end as well. But look, snow. Snow's starting to appear. 5 still operate now. A little bit of concentration as we have got the red light there. Here we are. This is our next stop. The rest was sent to Go Transit in Toronto for expanded service. So I would like to say we're on time, but we're not. But we've got the red, so we're obviously waiting for another train to come up. You actually saw one on the Ventura County line a couple of weeks ago. Let's have a look at the timetable. Where is it? Here it is. So we're meant to be the 8:11. So there is a service at 8:22. Now I would imagine, as we're running a few minutes late, we've got to wait for that train. So yeah, that's probably what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the 8:22 service. As if you're running late on this route, which we are by about 5 minutes, the signaller will just let the other train go first. What are my thoughts on the F59 PHR? Literally haven't got any thoughts on it really. Yeah, literally 0 thoughts on it. Wow, it's a funky looking loco, a strange looking loco. There's my thought on it. Let's see, what are we waiting? Yeah, probably aren't we? Yeah, it's literally only just left the next stop as well. Just on that train. Right, let's set that to that. We'll just pop the handbrake on a little bit and we'll go for a little walk. Hey, Para, how are you? Get your mittens on, yeah. Does look a bit cold, doesn't it, up here? So these are the coaches. Are the seats comfy looking? Not plastic. No, they got a bit of cushion. Probably comfortable. Or are they? Yeah, they're probably fairly comfy. The nice coaches are the IC ones, though, which are lovely. Probably we should see them in a minute. With the other train coming up. It does, Crazy Dash, yeah. Any collectibles on the platform? No, nothing up there. Look at the view though from this stop. Just lovely. A very picturesque route. Should have put the crocodile in the water. Probably Joshua, yeah. So this will incur a delay on our journey. But I wonder what time was... I suppose that service would have been out of... What time were we due into Seafield? Oh, I said we were due in there at 8:17. That's probably when the other train left. So I suppose we would have gone in and that one would have gone out. But as we're running a few minutes late, as it's literally impossible to keep to the timetable. At least what I've found so far. I suppose, yeah, the signalers just let that one go first. So we have to wait for it. Nice Crazy Dash. There's a college. Was your university or college safe in the end, Crazy Dash? From all of the fires. No, I don't want to give it up. But we should make up this time at Mittenwald, because we set Mittenwald for 10 minutes. So we should hopefully make it up. Although there won't be any time for a cup of tea though. When you do play it, you mostly play Antelope Valley, San Bernardino, and the MBTA. I need to get back onto the Worcester line, the MBTA Worcester line. That was great. Let's have a look at the engine room, or motor room. Yeah, motor room really. So yeah, you can ponder about it, which is rather cool. You've got all of the different, you know, motor isolation switches, levers, which you probably don't want to. Oh, hang on, that was quick. There we go. There's the IC service. Let's quickly get that back down. Come on. With the lovely coach. I mean, they're literally lovely coaches. Right, do that, and let's go. That was quick. Very quick, actually. Oh, hang on. That's set on, isn't it, a bit? Right, let's go. So that's the that's the Deutsche Bundesbahn 111, which is an absolute stunner. That'll be good. Hopefully we can get the HSP 46 on Boston Sprinter. Look at that though. What a good looking train. That's the easier train to drive on the route. You've seen they use horsehair in old Mercedes-Benz cars. Oh, that's good then, Crazy Dash. So we're sort of at the top of the, well, you can see on the map, if we quickly go on the map, sort of this whole bit here is coming up to sort of where we are now, and this whole sort of bit here is fairly sort of, not flat, but more gradual now. We're at near enough at the top. And after Mittenwald we then go back down. Fair enough, Crazy Dash. Both good trains. I know it does, doesn't it, David? Sort of a more luxurious looking train. Similar like a boat, yeah. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's funny. As we go, we've got 48 people in tonight, so thanks all for coming in on this Thursday evening for some lovely Mittenwaldbahn, which is out now on all platforms. I know you see the snow starting to build up, which again is, I didn't set it to snow. It just does that, which is quite cool. So down in Innsbruck there was literally no trace of snow apart from up the top of the mountains, and now as we're sort of climbing up the mountains we're getting more snow. That was Crazy Dash, yeah. Now cool. And after Schnitz station, which is a bit further on, we then go into Germany. So all the signals and signage change. Tap change of Crazy Dash, yeah, tap change I'd assume, yeah. Yeah, tap changer. So 60 kilometers an hour, as it is for most of the route, at least on the Austrian side. The Austrian side's easy. It's like 60 most of the way, apart from the passing loops where it's 40, depending on what side you go in. Maybe Cleveland, that would be quite cool. I think when they released, you remember, we got like a big list of different third-party developers coming to Train Sim World, which was quite a while ago now. And I think there was a Romanian developer on it. So maybe as and when, maybe we'll get some. Was it Romania or Czech Republic? Might get routes down that way at some point. Obviously, Train Sim World is becoming a lot more diverse now in the amount of countries and places we've got. It's not just Germany, UK and US anymore as it used to be, which is good. Obviously, Tadami Line will bring Japan to the game as well, so we're getting more and more countries. And it's not just passenger runs you can do on this route. Oh, and the Netherlands, yeah, we're getting that. There is also freight on this route as well. So if you like freight, there's a little bit of it on here. Is there a route now where they don't speak English, German, or French? Well, the Army Line, I suppose, AC. When that does come out. Nice, Joshua. Right, we're coming up to Seefeld, which is a bit more of a principal station. It's a bit of a bigger place. Cool. I should be coming up to it fairly soon. I've slowed down a bit. Come on, station, where are you? Here it is. Cool, this is Seefeld. See you, Crazy Dash, thanks for coming in, take care. Enjoy class. Here we are. So right down, well, probably almost down to the end. Yeah, quite a modern looking, well, modern for the 1980s looking station. And we've already got the green to continue on to towards Schnitz, or whether we'll stop in next. Here we are. Seaford in Tyrol. And up next is, Schnitz next. Which, we are running about 9 minutes behind schedule. Which it was, what, 4 minutes, and then we had to wait for the other train to come up. Was that mountain loaded in, or is that just a sheer drop? That might just be a sheer drop. Right, let's get the door shut. And then we got, what's that, 9 kilometres to the next stop. It's a bit of a way. Which Schnitz is our last stop in Austria. Oh, that's probably fair enough. And let's go. So we're skipping out Giesenbach or Geisenbach. So we're sort of a semi-fast service. Let's spin the wheel, get it straight up to 60. Which it does get faster than 60 on this route, but that's on the German side of the border, where it goes up to, I think the top speed's like 80. No, I think there's an 80. Doesn't last for long though. Cool. Tiny bit of breakage just to keep us at 60. Yeah, so you can see that loading in, can't you, ahead of the sort of sleepers loading in, which is a bit like there, especially with the snow. Now, what would you prefer, Ludwigsbahn or Mittenwaldbahn? Completely different types of routes. There's the case. Come on, back that way. So I wouldn't really say I have a preference between the two, as they're just completely different. One's modern day, or near enough modern day, but they're just completely different. It's like comparing the Arosa line to Brighton Main Line. Completely different. I think we might be going downhill here. I look at the speedo. The speedo isn't actually at it sort of it jumps, which is quite nice. Yeah, alright, there we go. So at some point we will use the rheostatic brake, but not just yet. Just use the train brake for now. Although it depends how much this gradient lasts, or how long it lasts. Doesn't seem too bad. Actually, no, it is fairly. No, it is quite steep, but I don't think it will last that long. So I'm not going to bother flicking the rheostatic on. And we're only using the train brake a little bit, and it's holding us quite nicely. So. Let's get a flyby shot. That's quite good looking down the valley. There it goes. Is the MBTA commuter a good route? It's alright. It's a long old run on it. It's like an hour and 20 minutes from one end to the other on there. But good trains though. You always call the M wagons because the coaches at oh okay, fair enough. As we head down, yeah, it's not too steep of a gradient here, so just using the train brake. Once we get past Mittenwald, that's when we start going, steeply down. That's when I put the rheostatic on. Whereas here we don't really need it. It ain't that steep. So it shouldn't be too far off Giesenbach or Geisenbach. It's another one of those sort of smaller stations on the route. Cool. And I think we need another flyby shot. Let's zoom ahead. There we go, that will do. As it rolls on by. Yeah, right, there we go. Cool. Take off the brakes for a little bit. Then speed up a little bit. The M-wagons are not in a good condition in reality around Cologne. They have graffiti and are left to rust. Oh dear. Now I keep pressing circle on my controller. That's why you hear the little beep, because that's the indice acknowledge, which goes off when you press circle, as well as the cipher. Try and just press Q on the keyboard. Bad habit. Down we go though. Still should be 60 kilometers an hour as we head along. Oh, it's going a little bit above 60. Let's put a little more breakage on. Again, I'm not going to use the rear static here, as I don't think this gradient lasts for too long. So there's not really much point of flicking it over. Although we could flick it over. Yeah, maybe we will, just for the fun of it. Oh, 70, there we go. Press circle again. Yeah, let's flick it over. So if we do that, that now sets the rear static brake. Basically like the transistor lever on like the F7. So hopefully we'll still be going downhill. Come on. And if we start spinning the wheel now, it will actually be brakes. They're not that great. Down we go. It's just up to 70 now anyway, isn't it? So let's just let it roll. Not actually too sure what that there was a little alarm that went off there, which almost sounded like CIFA. Well, not CIFA, but I had no idea what it was. Just press PZB or indice release. Something to do with that. You did the F125 from the gameplay pack and did the service back to LA Union, but passenger. Nice. Right, it's up to 70. It's a bit of a faster section. Start spinning the wheel just to get the brakes on. Why are you beep? What is that beep? Why is it doing that? What's that all about? Didn't like something. Let's put it back to power. A whistle board. The rear static's not happy about something. This is Grayson back. So we don't stop here. Let's speed up again now. There we go. Still 70. I haven't seen any other signs to say otherwise. Cool, across we go. So we shouldn't be too far off Schnitz station now. This is sort of another big one on the route. Or more principal station. And yeah, the last one within Austria as well. There we go. So I'm at 70. I trust it is still 70. So I haven't seen another sign to say it's not. Unless we missed it. Let's see for, yeah, there we go. I think it was about 15 minutes from the last stop to Schnitz. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much further. If you emergency brake into the station, why would we do that? Passengers will be like, whoa, and fall over. We are coming up to it. Feels a bit flatter here as well. And we've got a little whistle. Oh, that's the one which means there's multiple level crossings coming up. MP36 for F125. Probably the F125. Well, the MP36 ain't too bad. Actually, I do need to drive the MP36 again, but the Caltrain one. On I think February the 27th, they're getting rid of the Caltrain DLC from the stores. So you'll still own it if you've got it, but they've got to remove it from the store. Sadly. Lovely. There's the other crossing. There we go. So yeah, this is, I believe this should be Schnitz we're coming into. So this is our the last sort of town or village within Austria. Then we're over into Germany. And here it is. There's the other crocodile with the down service. Yeah, alright, Sifa. And we can probably stop basically, well, a bit further on, but that's also 3 coaches. That's a good indicator. Now we stop about here. That should be alright. And stop. A little bit further. Nice and gentle. There we go. Here we are. This is, yeah, Schnitz. So we're only 6 minutes late. We have made up a considerable amount of time. So we should still get to Mittenwald and have about, what, 6 minutes sit there. That's not too bad. Scenery's lovely on here. Yeah, really good. Right, let's get the doors shut. Hello Jerry, what's the point of this game? Well, it's called Train Sim World. So you're simulating driving a train. That's the point of the game. Which is quite fun. So people like it, so that's why they make it. It allows you to experience countries you may not go to in real life. Or places. Oh, we got a neutral section here. Oh, we haven't done a neutral section in the crocodile. I don't know if on this route you have to cut the circuit breaker for a neutral section. Because on Salzburg-Rosenheim you've got to cut the circuit breaker. Bus Sim's better. It depends what bus sim you're on about. If you're about Bus Sim 21, that game's crap. I think that's a circuit breaker there, isn't it? Let's see what it does. I didn't do anything, I don't think so. I think we're alright. Oh, no, there you go. Yeah, now it has. So I bloody forget which one's the circuit. Is it that one there? I think it's. I'm just quickly pop that on so I can see the circuit breaker. So you should do that going into the neutral section. I couldn't really figure out which one it is. Oh, we can speed up again. Up to, was it 70? OMSI 2's good. Yeah, OMSI 2's good. Although they're both sort of completely different games though. One's bus simulation and one's train simulation. Like you could say Bus Sim 21, no, OMSI 2 is better than Bus Sim 21 because it's the same genre. Or same sort of, you know, bus sim. But you can't really say Bus Sim's better than Train Sim as completely different. Maybe that's your personal preference. I got one in for a 60, so we are, I believe, now on the German side. So I'm saying, what's the point of Bus Sim, Jerry? So put that down. There you go. It's not too far to Mittenwald either. See that? Yeah, so you've got the German sort of speed boards now. Yes, I think for neutral sections on this route, I think you do have to trip the circuit breaker. Yeah, on some routes you've got to trip the circuit breaker, like on Salzburg-Rosenheim. Hey, Superstar, how are you? Welcome in. Hope you're all well. Yeah, alright, Sifa. Yeah, good to hear, Superstar, I'm alright. Let's do that. A bit of a whistle as well. Hey, awesome, Paul, awesome. Enjoy. And up to 80. Oh, I don't know, Pete. Eating? No, I don't know. You pop the answer in the chat, Pete. What do you what do you do with them? Make them into banana milkshakes. There you go, Pete. Boom. Don't eat them, blend them. Right, let's whack. That was at 80. Let's whack that up. As it's Germany, we should get a warning board for the next speed limit. So it does, Australia, it does. Oh, got you. Love. Cheers, Paul, for that. That's why the rear static brake is bloody irritating to use. Use the train brake. Ah, cool, Paul. As I know on Salzburg-Rosenheim, I think in the 111 you've got to set the circuit, or in the Expert 101 you have to do the circuit breaker, otherwise you lose power. But if that's not the case in this train, then that's alright. 50, oh god. Yeah, cheers, Superstar. That's all good, Superstar. Oh, cheers for coming in. Exactly, exactly. So yeah, this is Mittenwald coming up, so I suppose welcome to Germany. See you in a bit, Amanda. See you in a bit. Have a safe journey. Imagine you could only go 5 kilometers an hour on the entire route. It would probably be incredibly boring. This route is like a perfect pace for this type of route. It's not too fast, but it's not too slow. It feels right. Like 60 kilometers an hour is what? 30 miles an hour, 30, 40 miles an hour, which sounds slow, but on this type of route it's fast. It feels fast on this type of route. And we sit here until 56 past the hour. I don't think there's a clock in here, is there? How am I getting on with this route? Alright, decent. And the case is all hyperactive, it just keeps going up and down. No, there she is again. She's like, let me out. I probably will at this stop. She's become a nuisance. Right, let's do that. There we go. So you got a 111 in there. I have, Abby, yeah, I've hit one as well on here. So I certainly have. Mittenwald, you have got a little yard here, so a couple of the early morning services and late night services do start and end here. I think the was it today's video was one which started here. You've got it, I haven't played it yet. Thoughts on the Antelope Valley line? Long and slow in some bits. If I'm being honest, I'm not really a fan of the Metrolink stuff. Like, it's really good, the Metrolink stuff, but I'm personally just not a fan of it. But it is very good quality Metrolink stuff. But yeah, I'm just not really a fan of it. Here, this is Mittenwald, and we are here. Yeah, oh, that's not too bad. We've got 8 minutes here. Could make a cup of tea in 8 minutes. Yeah, go on then. I shall... Yeah, I'm going to make a cup of tea. And I'll let out the cat ace as well. So I shall let you enjoy the mountainous scenery. Or shall we look at the timetable? No, let's look at the train. Let's look at the timetable. I'll let you guys look at the timetable, and I'll go make a cup of tea. So it's quite cool to just look at the timetable. There it is. What's the best for you? There you go. Hopefully you can see that all right. Right, I'm going to make a cup of tea. So I shall be back, hopefully within those 8 minutes. So do bear with me, everybody. I shall be gone for the next 5 minutes as I make a nice cup of tea. Hello, what's that blimmin' 111 doing? Well, I'm back. I got my cup of tea. So that's that's a saviour. Cool. What are you doing? Oh, that's doing something. That was like perfect timing as well. Thanks to those who I can see are still in the stream, so we did lose a few people there. Probably thought we ended the stream, but let's doing so. Let's run around. Well, cool to see. Cool. Haven't missed much either, so even better. You haven't when trains are at a standstill. Good for photos. So we now call that, I think it's just Clyde and Garmisch, yeah. So from here it's, yeah, about 25 minutes, and then that's it, and we've done it. So we're almost at journey's end, but it's been a good journey, but this is where we start going downhill rapidly. Well, a little bit after Mittenwald. Sound weird. See you in a bit, Paul. Take care. I'd be like, who else is in there with you? Alright, 20 odd seconds. That's good. Superstar hasn't rolled off down. I mean, actually, it's a bit of a gradient here. But a really nice station, this one. Because yeah, you've got the little depot here as well. So some trains, I mean, some literally just go to here. So. Right, let's get the doors shut. I think that, yeah, that's it. I think we're ready to go. So Clyde is the next stop, which ain't too far. And there's also guard mode on this route as well, if you're interested in that. Which for these sub routes, nah, not for me. And we're off. Cool. All being well, hopefully we won't have another train coming head on with us. What the brakes like on these? On the 111, the brakes are just like they're brilliant. They're easy as well. On this train, you've got the rear static brake, which I think you should be using when you basically like a dynamic brake. You should be using that when you're going downhill, and then you've also got the train brake and the loco brake, but you wouldn't really use that really. Train brakes, all right, and the rear static brake just seems like a pain. They're all right. Not as good as the 111 is the easiest train to drive on the route. Braking and accelerate, although you can overcharge the 111 quite easily. They're both a little challenging, but the 111's easier. Cool, so we speed, I think it's back up to 60 now. I hope it's back up to 60. As we come out of Mittenwald, which if we're coming down into Mittenwald, it's extremely steep. Not leaving that behind. Continuing our mountain adventure. That's it. I see you, Ben. Thanks for coming in. Take care. No, I did say, oh, that's. I thought it said we'd only been going an hour. I was gonna say 40 minutes to Garmisch. I don't know about that. It's been an hour 20 minutes. Yeah, we got about 25 minutes down to Garmisch. That's probably not even how you pronounce it. But yeah, that's where we're going. It's very relaxing, Cleveland. It's relaxing, but it's a little challenging. You literally have to constantly be looking at if you're going up or down, and also your speedo as well, as it changes quite rapidly. And fairly soon we'll be going back down, basically all the way down to Garmisch. And I think we do go through a station on here. There's Kleist station, but then there's also another station within Garmisch, which I don't think any train stops at. So we run fast here for I think one stop. And I'll say the snow's gone away a bit now as we're sort of lower down. So much is cool about this route is the way it's electric. Like, you know, full steep mountain route, and it's electric. Like, you'd almost expect this route to be diesel in some way, but no. It's been electric, I think, since it was built. Yeah, it's nice and childish. Wow, requires 1,000 miles. What, from the whole community? I assume not. I assume that's just for sort of yourself. It's 1,000 miles. Well, that's fairly straightforward. Oh, and we're coming up to the part of the route where cows do literally just walk onto the line. So yeah, that might be a case of us either having to use the emergency brake or just hoping the cow moves out the way. Yeah, it's probably, yeah, you probably want like Castle Würzburg or LGV to get that done. And the little P, that's a whistle board, that is. We have played it on Xbox. That will be tomorrow's video. And yeah, the mountains in Innsbruck don't. Yeah, the draw distance ain't great for them, or sort of low render distance ain't great for them, and it lags more as well, which was surprising. That's why there was a little whistle board there for that crossing. I should put a cow catcher. Do you plan to do scenarios on this route? Probably not. I just don't do scenarios. I don't know, just I just not. Literally, when I think of doing a scenario, it's like, oh, I don't want to do it. I'm just not really a fan of scenarios. Don't know why. I don't know. Just not. Never really been a fan of them. Right, this is steep down here, so we got. I'm gonna try and use the rear static again. It's like most of the things which happen in scenarios is something I want in service mode. Like sometimes in the UK scenarios, you'll get like a temporary speed restriction, or there'll be like it'll be some sort of event within the scenario. But I just wish that was in service mode. So at the moment, I'm not using the train brake. I'm using the rear static brake, which seems to be doing an okay job at the moment. Although I might have to use the train brake a little bit. I think we're okay. Yeah, I'm going to use the train brake a bit here. We're going about 61 there, which I'm not too happy about. So it's quite steep, that bit. Just being careful. Okay, cool. Yeah, timetable's just, well, yeah, realistic, isn't it? Pretty much. That's why I like it. Well, let's put it. Actually, we're coming up to Kleist now anyway. I'm going to pop it into power. Cool, we're coming around into the next stop. Oh yeah, superstar. There's a massive traffic jam as well. We've caused that traffic. It must be, I don't know if it's a glitch with the barriers, but yeah, that's a huge traffic jam. It's gonna be good, superstar. It's gonna be good. So this is our last stop before Garmisch. And just look at the view out the front of the mountain. It's just beautiful. Really, really nice looking route. And as you can expect from TSG, it's good. Anything TSG is good. The only, like, I would say the only TSG product which has been a bit like meh, was the 218. And that's really only because of the routes it went on to. Yeah, that's like, I mean, that's not really the train itself. It's just sort of the content you got with it was a bit like meh. Being, yeah, like the 218 on Hamburg Lübeck, which is quite an old looking route now. The old lighting, so just meh. The Mittenwaldbahn was a bit meh as well. But that's more just the routes the 218 went on to. The 218 itself is that being the DBBR 218. Lovely train, really good quality train, but just the sort of services on Hamburg Lübeck for all the old lighting and stuff, nah. And then Mittenwaldbahn, it's a bit sort of boring on there. So it'd be cool to see the 218 go on to another route which is sort of, you know, like perfect for it. That's like the only TSG product which is a bit like Need to get back to it. Anyway, Garmisch is up next. Well, at least there needs to be like a really good route for the 218. Alright, let's go. Like Kiel to Lübeck. That would literally be perfect for the 218. That'd be cool. Alright, let's go. So 11 kilometers to the last stop. We've still got 25 people in, so thanks all for coming in. All much appreciated. There's another nice thing about this route is the fact that Mittenwald you usually get about 5 to 10 minutes of leeway. So even if you're running late coming up the mountain, you should make up the time at Mittenwald, which is good. Right, I'm going to change that to rear static. There we go, get that on a bit. Yeah, Sifa, there we go. The Sifa's annoying on the crocodile. I don't know Superstar on this train. Like, I've literally off video and even on video, I've literally proper turned it up as fast as I can, but I haven't sort of overcooked it yet or overcharged it. So I think it probably is possible, just it's quite hard to on this loco. Really? This must be downhill. We're not picking up hardly any speed. Oh, let's do that still. Must have flattened out a little bit. We missed a speed board as well, didn't we? Whilst we were looking at that. And there is another passing loop we passed through. So we might have to wait there for another train. Possibly. Yeah, it feels like it's flattened out a little bit. Like, I thought it was a bit more sort of steep down here, but not really. But the descent down to Garmisch is a lot nicer than the descent down to Innsbruck. Down into Innsbruck it is really steep, whereas down to Garmisch there's a few steep bits, but it's more gentle. Like, we're going downhill here, but it's not really having much of an effect on the train too much. Like, I'm still having to apply power to speed up. Use the rear static a little bit. Which actually is taking us over a little bit. So a little bit of train brake and a bit of rear static. Fairly Cleveland, yeah, fairly. I mean, the first few stops we were quite late to, but then fortunately we made it up at Mittenwald. Yeah, I mean, on some trains, how do you know when you're coming up to a neutral section? Is you get the little blue symbol. Almost looks like some sort of like emoji face. Like a sort of grumpy face. The blues, yeah, but they blue diamond boards. Let's get a flyby shot. See, the snow's basically completely gone now, as we're on slightly lower ground. What a journey, though. And we have got green over yellow, so we'll be coming down to 40 for the passing loop. Because I think we sort of got to go to the right and then into it. So we do need to acknowledge that. And I want to try and start bringing it down to 40. We're in braking, we're in the rear static brake mode at the moment. I'll use a little bit of train brake as well. To help us come down for the 40, which is quite quickly approaching. Although it looks like we've got a green going through the passing loop, so we don't have to wait for anything. You can tell by that lower signal, that's the distance signal, which is green. As there's already a train there. Which I wonder if that's the one of the intercity services. Got the 111 on the front. I'm going to set that back to power. Yeah, I think it is the sort of the intercity service. It's got the nice coaches. I just do that anyway, so just be on the safe side. Here we go. Those coaches are just beautiful though. They just look posh. And they are. They've all got like the compartments inside, or some of them do. Yeah, alright. Well, I think you have to acknowledge the ones with magnets on Super Stair. But yeah, I just acknowledge all of them. Better safe than sorry. And back onto the main running line and back up to 60. We haven't hit a cow yet either, so that's good. Actually, that is one of the things which is possible in this DLC. Cows will just wander onto the line. There's a whistle board for that level crossing coming up. And I think we are coming up to another steep bit, so I'm going to pop on the rear static. That'll try and control our speed a bit. A little bit of train brake as well. See that? Sort of balancing that out. You still watching, Pete? And if you are, would you like to do a share play after this for like 20 minutes? Awesome, Supes there. Yeah, the German safety systems are great. Very good. That makes basically any. Literally, once you've learnt PZB and German signals, you can basically do any German route HUDless, as long as you know sort of the stations. That's really the only thing you need to learn. The rest is all sort of told. Oh, this is steep here. Went up to about 62 there, naughty-ish. And that was quite steep there. There is Aber. Yeah. Flick them off, flick them on. So about 55 at the moment. But you've really got to keep an eye on that speed, as at any time it could literally just go up really quickly. Like here, it's probably gonna. Yeah, there you go. It's gone up really quite quickly there. As on quite a downhill. I mean, this is steep here. Fair enough, Abba. Fair enough. Is that how you say your name, Abba? Is that the correct pronunciation, or is it like Atta? Cleveland. Everyone's got their own play style. For me, it's HUDless. Some people sort of do HUDless, but then keep flicking it on. It's sort of a mix of both, and some people just have the HUD on the whole time. Right, there's steep here again. That's gone up quite quickly. There's certainly a good sense of achievement once you do learn a route HUDless and do a full run end to end perfectly. That's like, oh, that's good. So we should sort of start turning to the left soon, and it's just basically straight down into Garmisch. I believe it's 40 coming into Garmisch. As you've got all the point work. Down we go though. Just sort of balancing the brakes at the moment. We've got a little bit of rear static and a bit of train brake. More rear static though. Probably a bit more train brake, a bit more rear static as well, just to keep us, but you know, stop us from going above 60 too much. We are on the way down. In fact, that's sort of our first sign of Garmisch. Whatever this is, some sort of, almost looks like a big school or something. So we're almost there. Cool. I hope everyone's enjoyed the stream. I'm sure it's literally every run off this route so far I thoroughly have enjoyed. There hasn't really been a run where I've been like, oh, are we almost there? It's getting boring. Yeah, every single run we've done so far has been enjoyable. And this one's just the same. It's in blimmin' epic. Right, I think we're coming up to the other stop within Garmisch, but literally I don't think any train stops there, which is a bit weird. Yeah, if we look on the map, it's yeah, just here, but nothing stops there. It's a bit of like a funny stop. It's like, should there be trains that stop there, or is it literally does nothing stop there? It's a really weird station. But I don't think that there's literally nothing here, unless maybe it's like a closed station or a disused station in some way. But literally nothing stops here. There's not even a timetable here. I suppose it would just say no trains. Come back another day. Flattened out a little bit. Yeah, funny old station. So it must be like disused in some way, or it's nothing stops there. Unless it's a request stop in some way, maybe, but for quite sort of a built-up area, that'd be a bit weird. I'm actually going to look up that station. Did literally no services stop there? But yeah, coming down into Garmisch now. Yeah, maybe Cleveland, maybe. Or sort of maybe fairly recently after this route is, well, fairly recently before this route is set. I mean, yeah, this is set in 1989. Maybe that, yeah, because it almost looks like it's open, but it's not. So maybe it's shut down within, you know, the same year or maybe the year before. Or maybe it's a station which was built for future, don't know. Oh, you do get semaphores here as well. That's another feature of Garmisch. There is a couple of semaphores. Another steep bit here. Just a stunning journey. There's always something nice to look at. Now you got a semaphore here. Actually, yeah, most of the, I mean, literally almost all of the signals on here are colour light. And it comes down to 40 as well. There's a 365, which you get if you have the Mittenwaldbahn route. You'll see it on here. There's a few freight services in it. Well, that's Journey 10. This is Garmisch. We have made it all the way from Innsbruck in Austria to Garmisch, and basically across the Alps, or across some of the Alps. So yeah, this lovely place here. Another service. So there's plenty to see on this route, and plenty of trains are moving about. It's not a dead route. There's quite a lot of trains on it. Get the window open as well. Poke your head out on one of the camera views. Quite a cool view, this one. Got a 111 there. And if you own Linker Rheinstrecke, you'll see the DBBR 103 at Innsbruck. Not sure about this end though. And if we'll just stop when we're ready, we're well and truly in the platform, so we'll just stick the brakes on and let it come to a stop. Gently. There we go. That is it. That is a full run on the Mittenwaldbahn from Innsbruck in Austria, up over the mountains, back down the mountains to Garmisch in Germany. There's much more of a climb though. That's the hardest part of the route, is Innsbruck up to what is it? Seefeld. That's the hard part of the route. The rest is fairly straightforward. Not as steep. How do we do? That's really not bad. I mean, that is a near perfect run, apart from that little tiny bit we went over to I think about 62. But yeah, not too bad. Platinum medal, hour 43 minutes, 57.6 kilometres. Yeah, really not too bad, and no safety system screw ups either. What does this do now? I assume it probably runs around and then goes back to Innsbruck. Nice Cleveland. But yeah, that is going to be everybody for today's Mittenwaldbahn stream. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. Links can be found in all of the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. It has been good fun. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll be back on here fairly soon again, and hopefully in the 111. See you all and take care. Bye guys.